Good morning, my dear champions. So let's get quickly started with HTML5 and CSS3 part 21 of this series, right? And today it's all going to be about exam and interview preparations, and we are going to take a look at slides if we have missed anything or not, right? Okay. Without wasting much of your time, let's get quickly started. And before I get started, let me have a look at what we have achieved so far. We did it the last time. We created this login panel, and we created these tags, or we can say these box layouts, right? And we learned JavaScript, wherein we were doing validation and each and everything, right? And today it's going to be take a look at slideshow, right? So we are going to take a look at the slideshow today. And to start with, in this session you will learn to introduce HTML. We will rush through the slides because maximum things are the things that we have already known or that are known to you. So let's get quickly started. Introduce HTML. So as we all are aware of, HTML is not a programming. It's a markup language, enables you to create attractive and interactive websites, right? First we create a web page and then we create a website. There are two types of web pages and websites. One is static, another is dynamic. Dynamic is something that changes, right? Wherein it responds back, and static page is just an informative page, just like this is static. It's not doing anything, right, for us. So this is a static slide, right, or slideshow, right? So any information that you see in the website that does nothing for you, maybe there's no search, there's no login, so that is basically going to be a static page wherein only information is available. Information as a video, information as plain text HTML, or information as a PDF or any other document is available is known as static web page, right? So internet, what makes internet? Internet websites make internet, we know that, right? So it enables organizations to share and access information, and we already know World Wide Web is a collection of resources on valid topics that can be accessed through internet. So these things are already known. Now HTML is basically a versatile markup language that's used to publish information as a web page. Right, and HTML used to create web pages using software application known as editors, and there are some editors that we are using we are using Dreamweaver as an editor, right? We have many text editors, like we have Sublime Text is there, okay, Notepad++ is there, Dreamweaver is there, text editor, graphic editor, and many different editors are already there, right? A text editor is an application in which HTML code is written, right? We know that. We know these things, so let me just push through. Okay, now we start with HTML document is created by using various tags and their attributes. One is the doc type HTML. It has to be there in HTML5, and there has to be a head and a body tag. This is the structure of HTML. Many of tags you are already aware of, right? In the head section, and out of those tags that we have used, title we have used to set the title of the site, script we have used, link we have used to link the style sheet, style we have used for inline styling. Now let me give you the rough of all what are available here. So number one, starting with the title. Now let me go ahead with a new HTML page, all right, and I will copy this right there, and I will open the body tag and close the body tag, and simultaneously close the HTML tag. So this is my body section, right? This is the end of HTML and this is the start of HTML, and I don't need this, so I will just delete both of them. And we have title here. So title is basically going to be the title that you set to your website. So I'll save this page inside desktop HTML website as test.ht. Oh my god, I just named it to something else, right? So I'll say test.html, right? So now this is my test.html page. Let me quickly go and open this test.html page for you guys. So let me take it out. Okay, now you can see your test.html. So now the title has come here. So now, right, so title tag you have already understood. Another is link tag. For example, if I want to style, for example, if I want to inline style, not inline, I want to open style here, so I can use style tag right? I don't want an external CSS file. I can open the style tag and say, hey, body, your background is going to be red, right? So now we can set the red background to body. Now you can see it as set. So this is what style tag is used for. In case I want to link external, let's say if I want to link external CSS file, I can use link tag, and then I can say link relative style sheet, right? And I can use the href, and then I will use an external style sheet here. So now the moment I use this external style sheet, you can see that the body background color has gone to gray, which means that we have included. So this is what link tag is used for. Style, just to style within the document. Link tag to link documents external, right? And third is script. So I can use the script type text/JavaScript, and I can use source. Now imagine that we use source for linking a JavaScript file, and we use href, which is hyperlink reference, to link a CSS document, right? So here I can go to my JavaScript and I can link whatever I want to link to the document. So this is what script tag is used for. Second thing that we can use script tag for is I can just use script tag just like this to write in document script. So I can write a script in the document. You can see now alert comes. So this is what script tag is used for. Let me take a look at more tags here. Alright, so now we have few tags here. Base I'll show you today, and NoScript. Everything else we know. Now two tags are not known, base and non-script. NoScript tag of the head sorry, and base tag which is in the head section. So all the tags that you see in front of you are basically, they belong to the head section of an HTML tag. Now what is head? It's contained within the HTML tags. That means it is within the opening of the HTML and closing of the HTML. It's used to define the header of an HTML document, and it can include the following tags. So now let me show you a few more tags. Okay, let me go back to index.html and I will open index.html right here back. Okay, so now the first tag that we will see is NoScript tag, right? So you can clearly see that we are using script here. Script type is equal to text/JavaScript, and we have included jQuery file right here. Now in case I will use NoScript, right? In case if the script is not available, if the browser does not support JavaScript, or in case if accidentally someone has turned off JavaScript, means that the operation here is not going to be supported, right? I'll show you how. If I go to my browser settings, right, and if I close, so I can close the script now. You can see here site control, and we have this, let me say JavaScript. Alright, so let me search JavaScript here. Alright, so now I have to see where JavaScript is sent. Do not track. Okay, manage HTTP preload is there. Okay, so maybe it's here. Yeah, JavaScript is allowed. Now you can see here what I do. I do not allow JavaScript. So in that case, if I load my website, you can see nothing is going to work. The login doesn't work, right? My validation, every single thing has stopped working, right? You can clearly see nothing seems to work, just without validation letting us go through. So in that case, what you got to do is you have to show the warning in case if there is no script, right? So in case of no script, we use NoScript tag. If the JavaScript is not available, in the browser, or maybe someone has turned off the JavaScript accidentally or knowingly, God knows. So in that case, what you do, I will say I need a div, and I close a div. So I will give him a message that, right, alert. All right, so I can use something like this. All right, your browser does not support the JavaScript, or the JavaScript has been disallowed by your browser, right? And I can hit a BR and a BR. I'll say update your browser or turn on the JavaScript support from the browser settings. So now this NoScript tag will only come in case JavaScript is basically not allowed, or your browser is not allowing that NoScript. Now you can clearly see that warning has come. Let me style it a bit. So I'll say style. You have to do the styling also in the CSS, but in case I'm just showing you, right? So I can say border 1 pixels solid hash whatever border you want. All right, so now you can see, now you have this border right here. All right, and you can use a background color just to grab users attention to what you are trying to convey to him. So you just have to grab his attention. Now you can clearly see alert, your browser does not support JavaScript, or JavaScript has been disallowed by your browser. Update your browser to or turn on the JavaScript support from the browser settings. Now I'll log into the website. I'll see this site is not going to work. Right, what do I do then? Right, I'll say I'll go to my browser settings and I will turn on the JavaScript. Now the moment I turn on JavaScript, I reload the website. The warning is gone. The warning is not going to come now, and my website will work as expected. So this is what NoScript tag is used for. I hope it's clear. I'll show you once again. I'll turn off the JavaScript. Now load the website after turning the JavaScript off. Now you can see alert, your browser does not support the JavaScript, right? So you are getting this alert right here. All right, so in case if it's already on, so NoScript tag is not going to come. It's going to work only if JavaScript is not available. All right, so you understood. Now NoScript is gone, script is gone, link, style, meta is gone, and title is there. Yeah, meta, I'll make you understand few meta tags also, and base is there also. So let me start with the base tag today, right? So let me go ahead and say I have a menu here, right? And I have, okay, let's say contact operations. So I have this menu here. Okay. Let me have it inside an ahref. Href is equivalent to, now you're giving hyperlink. I'll say welcome.html. Whenever I click, hyperlink means whenever I click on this li, so I'll just close it down here. This is hyperlink, this is opening hyperlink, and this is closing hyperlink, and in between you can keep the data that you need to be active, or that you need to make sure that hyperlink works with. So hyperlink will work with contact office. So now if I just go ahead and click on contact front office, you can clearly see it is hyperlink is active here. So the link is going to be, let me give it a link. So I'll say I want to go, when someone clicks on you, I want to go to welcome.html, right? So now if I click here, I am redirected to welcome.html, or I can get redirected to some other page as well. So if it exists, for example, I will go to, I have this dest.html, so let me keep this here, dest.html. So now when I click here, I am redirected to dest.html. Now you can clearly see, I click here, I am redirected to dest. So this is what hyperlink and how hyperlink works. Now today's topic is not hyperlink, since we have understood NoScript tags. So let me indent these NoScript tags first. right? So let me indent them properly. Okay, so let me indent. Okay, let me indent them properly. Right, so this is going to be my Java div, and this is my NoScript tag. So this is what will happen, right, when NoScript is called, means when the browser is closed. Now let me go in the head section, and I will go with another tag, which is the base tag. Now what is the base tag? Right, so I'll say base tag supports some global attributes in HTML5, right? So let me show you an example of base tag. For example, I can say, for example, what can I show you? I can show you hyperlink perhaps using a base tag, right? So let me show you this. I'll say base. So the base URL that I'm going to use is, that is ahref, right? And I will use the same URL here, that is index.html, all right? So I'll use the same, or I can use this URL, which is index.html. So let me use index.html as a base URL, right? And say slash, and I will say target is equivalent to blank, or I can say target is equivalent to self, right? And it's a self-closing tag, so I'll close the base tag just like this. So now if I refresh it, right, now you can clearly see that the base tag has affected all, right? You can clearly see right here that it has affected each and everything in here. Okay, so let me have this like this, right? So need not to have slash, because if I have slash, it's going to cause problems. Yeah, it's causing problems. So let me not have slash. So this is going to be your base URL, right? And I say target is self. So now when I click here, you can see this file opens in the self page, or in this page only, right? I don't go to the next page or next tab, right? If I want to apply to all the hyperlinks which are inside the website and new, so I will say I want it to have a new target. That means all the URLs in the website are going to have a new tab. Now you can see if I click on hyperlink, it opens in new tag rather than this. Now if I change this to self, that means instead of opening in a new tab, this hyperlink will open in this tab only. It will replace the old tab and get a new tab. So this is a global definition or a global setting being applied to the entire website. The base tag specifies the base URL target for all related URLs in the document. There can be only one base element in the document, and it must be inside the head element, right? One base element in the head element, and it supports almost all the browsers. Google Chrome supports, Internet Explorer, Edge supports, Mozilla supports, Safari, and Opera also supports, right? So there are some attributes, right? So now if I now change it from self, now it is self, okay, I will change now settings to from self to new. I want my target, which is an ahref target, from index.html, because this is the base URL, from this page, means in this page, only in this page, right? From this page, any ahref target is going to be a new page target. Now when I click, it opens in a new. You can see the old tab remains open and the hyperlink opens in a new tag. So I suppose it is done. You've understood the base tag. Title is understood, meta is understood, base is understood, style is understood, link is understood, and script is understood. NoScript is also understood. So let me give you some more idea about meta. So now what do you call meta as? Meta is information about information, and meta is inside the head tag always. So for example, if I use this meta, now what is website? Website is information. Meta tag is used to provide information about information. If you get this question, what is meta tag? You'll say, answer that meta is information about information, or certain information about certain information, right? Now how, I'll say, for example, I will just say meta name is equal to, let's say, description. So this is the description, right? And content is equal to this. So this is first tag. These are SEO tags, search engine optimization. These are two tags that digital marketers work with. So meta, so I'll use meta, name is equal to keywords, right? And content is equal to this. So now this website, these two tags are going to be stored by each and every search engine, and whenever someone searches, right, so it should use the description which is in the meta tag and in the keywords. For example, I am developing this page right here, right, which is this, and it has some information about HTML5. So now if I want to write what HTML5 is, so I'll write description about all the page. Maybe page may have 500, 600 lines. That doesn't mean I'll provide 600 lines. A very short description of the page is, right, about the page. A very short description about the page I write here. So I'll say HTML5 is used, plus with some keywords as well, to design web pages, right? And NIIT Srinagar trains or gives training, right? Gives training for, or gives HTML5 and CSS3 training, right? And the training includes HTML5, right, markup, including JavaScript and jQuery. NIIT Srinagar provides a well designed curriculum with cutting edge technology. And I'm going to write a very brief description. Maybe what I have written at this moment in time, I can afford to write double than what I have written, and that's it, right? Very brief description about my page. So this is going to help us in search engine optimization. What is search engine optimization? Getting found by Google. So I will say best software, engineering, right, institute in Kashmir. So I write my Kashmir, best software engineering institute in Kashmir. So I get NIT Residency Road, and the description is right here, right? And you can even see the first site that we are getting is nitsrinagar.com, right? So it's all about meta descriptions, right? So what you are doing, you are mentioning those metas that your search engines are going to store, right? And second is keyword. I want my website to be targeted on following keywords. I can have 10, 15 keywords. For example, learn HTML5, comma, right, HTML5 training institutes, right, best training institute, right, for HTML. And I can say learn web designing, learn, right, or we can say web designing training. So these are the keywords that someone types and you want to be found. For example, if I say learn web designing in Kashmir, so unless you are having your what we call that as every single thing, it has to be ready. Now unless every single thing is ready, HTML5 training you're providing, so now unless every single thing is ready, your keywords, your description, so you're not going to get results, right? So you can see NIT Srinagar here. So we'll say learn digital marketing in Kashmir. Now you can see NIT Srinagar Residency Road. So you will have that NIT coming every now and again, right, as a leader in all what we have learned. So it's all about SEO, and this what you call this meta tag, it plays a very vital role. It plays a very huge and a very best role, right, in search engine optimization. Search engine optimization. And remember, meta means information about information. Website is information, and this description provides information, certain information about certain information of my website, and keywords, that the keywords that I'm going to target, right? My website, I want my website to be found, or my website to be listed by the search engine on the basis of these keywords, right? When we search, what do we type there? We type keywords. I hope it's understood. Right, so now all the tags are clear. Title, meta, base, style, link, script, and no script, all are clear. So title tag defines something that you already know now. I don't have to tell, but yeah, it defines the title of the document, can appear only once in an HTML document. That's here, book your hotel, it comes here. Alright, so meta provides an additional information about the current document in the form of name and value pairs. Yeah, it is a key and a value pair, or we can say name and a value pair. You can see meta description, meta keywords, right? We also have this author here, and many meta tags that you will learn. Author is who is the author of this web page, whosoever is writing. If you want to copyright it, I can still use, I can afford to use this. So I can say meta, right? So I can use, you can clearly see that we are using meta name as author. So I'll say meta name AUT author. So I can use right here. It's a key and a value pair, name and the content right here. So I'll write Rahim Khan, or I can say NIT Srinagar Center is the author of this web page, and so on and so forth. So let me get going. I just have tongue twisters, and it is very hard to record lectures amid COVID-19 is going to be something that we can bear, but amidst the fasting, we have to record, right? But yeah, life has to go on, and we have to make sure that we do our job. All right, so that's what we are doing. You also learn. That's what your job is. Learning never stops, doesn't matter, and no matter what the circumstances are, right? Okay. And I don't know whether I have to make you understand this, right? So you already know. Style tag has attributes, media type, so we already know this. A link relate to hyperlink, right? Yeah, you can choose href language also if it is related to a specific document. For example, we have used it here, right? We have used this here, all right? So we can even say, all right? So href lang is equivalent to en, all right? You can use English right here. The language supported is English. So that's what you can do, all right? And yeah, I forgot one thing, that I have shown you this base tag right here. So base has a new target. So for example, if you don't want that, right? If you want some URLs to have, let's say, a login to have a separate URL, but not all to be opened in separately, but few. But what makes it right a bit tougher, that base is going to apply the target view to all the hyperlinks you are having. So for me, I don't recommend using base. What I recommend you doing is the following. You can just go, to your hyperlink and say, right, target. You can call the target attribute of the anchor tag, and you can say, hey, I want my target to be new, right? So if you are having two hyperlinks, for example, now I am having, let's say, I'm having here two hyperlinks, right? So this is one, it has an li in it, and I have another which also has an li in it. So here I will keep self, right? So one I will keep blank or self, and then I will keep new, right? So now we have both. So now if I click on contact operations, I have a new target. If I click here, I have a new target. Now if I change it from new to self, right? So contact front office is going to new, and self is going to be applied on contact operations. Now if I say contact office, it opens in a new tag, so that we understand. If I say contact front office, it opens in a separate tag. So just get rid of. Did I delete the that base? Yeah, the base is now deleted. Right, now you can see contact front office opens. Yeah, now you can clearly see contact operations or opens in the self one, and contact office opens in a new tab, right? So this is what you can do, right? I forgot to tell you this because we have just seen base. What if you don't want, you want certain URLs to get open in a new tab, and you want certain URLs to use the own tab wherein the website is located, wherever, right? Whatsoever, but yeah, I had to show you this. All right, so script you already understand. You know that it is async. It's asynchronous, right? Synchronous means first line is first executed first. This will come, then this will come, then this will. This is called synchronous. Asynchronous means that everything will first come and then get displayed abruptly, right? So that means it makes a process maybe slow a bit, but yeah, async is always good. In case of JavaScript, it's always async, so we'll have to get used to asynchronous operations using JavaScript. I'll show you whatever is important. Source type, defer, I'll show you some other time. Alright, which one of the following tags specifies a URL for all related links on a page? Oh. Come on, think. Which one of the following tags specifies a URL for all related links on a page? We've just seen that. We'll recap that also. That is base, right? Now we move to the jump, or we can say now we jump to the body section of an HTML document, and we can clearly see the body section is used for designing. It is the central part of the HTML document, requires to display content of the web page. Begins with the body tag and also ends with the body tag, right? Now we have some tag, we have details, we have summary tags, we have H1 tags, we have H1 to H6 tags, right? We have already seen, and we have div tags, we have span. Span is basically the text container. Div is the division, which we use for drawing the layouts, right? We have bold tags, italic tags, underline tags. Li, we have already seen UL and allies. We have HR, horizontal line. We have BR, break line. Right, in case if you're not aware of B and I, for example, I have written something here, learn HTML5 at NIIT. So let me go back and see, learn HTML5 at NIIT. So now what I say, first thing that comes here is layouts and color, right? So we have this layouts and color. I'll go and say layouts and color, right, will be in a bold tag. I want layout to be in a bold tag. So B means I want it to be bold. Now once I go back and I clearly see that layouts has been turned, bold, right? So I have just used it here. Let me use it here. Okay. Now you can clearly see that layouts is now bold. If you want it to be italic, for example, I want color to be italic, I will use I tags here. So I tag will turn it italic immediately, right? You can clearly now see that color has gone italic. If you want bold and italic both, you can keep this I tag and B tag. You can surround it with both I and both B tags. So in this way, you will have bold italic. Now you can clearly see it is bold italic, right? What else is there? Yeah, horizontal line. If you want horizontal line at the end of it, right, you can clearly say an HR, and HR is just closing tag, just like BR is a self-closing tag. Yeah, now you can see that it will show you an horizontal line. Now you can see here horizontal line has come. So this is what an HR tag does. What else was there? Li is already known. Underline, yeah, in case if you want to underline something, for example, in my case I want to underline this NIT Srinagar, so I will use underline tag, which is U tag, for NIT Srinagar, and I will use this U tag. So this is going to underline, right, this NIT Srinagar, right? So you can see now NIT Srinagar is underlined right here. So this is how U tag works, right? So BR, break line. Li is already known to you. UL and Li we've seen while developing and designing menus, right? We're already aware of that. And now images, we know the type of images that we have added. We can add JPEG, GIF, PNG images, and Yeah, we've already seen that, so we don't need to discuss it. Yeah, we have this image alt height and width and source. Yeah, I'll show you what alt of an image does, right? For example, we have this image right here. I will give this an alternate, which is alternate text. ALT means an alternate text. Right? NIIT Sri Nagar logo. Right? So ALT means NIT Srinagar logo. I've given it an alternate text. Now if I go to, okay, so what logo am I targeting? I'm not targeting this logo. No, let me just target the main logo. I don't know which logo am I targeting right here. Yeah, this is logo here, so I'll go and I'll give it an alt. Right, so now I've given it an alt. It's not visible. It is never going to be visible to you, right? What you need to do, in case if internet is too slow, and if in case the image was moved, and in case you're not able to find the image, let me say it from trans to I'll make it trans. So now the image will not be found. Now let's see how alt comes into picture. Alright, so now image is not found. No, it's still found. I don't know which page am I operating with. Alright, so let me see here. Which file is this? Index. So for example, it is not there. Okay, it is this image that I'm targeting now. Yeah, I can see this here. Sorry. Okay, let me go to the real logo, in fact. Okay, we were at right place at the first go. I'll go back there, right? So I'll give it an alt. And now you can see that alternate does not do anything unless it's not found or if it's not able to load. Now you can clearly see NIT Srinagar logo. Now the image is not loaded, it gets an alternate text right here that this is NIT Srinagar logo. And this alt also helps you in search engine optimization. I reckon always using alt. For example, if I say NIT logo, so I have now, if I go to images, now it's because of alternate text will I be able to find in images. One is getting found or getting listed in the search engine, which is just the search engine, but now Google has another part of search engine which is images. If you want to get found here, right, so you have to use alt, right? So if I say NIT Srinagar, so I get this NIT Srinagar and remaining NITs we get here. So this is our image. Yeah, many images that we are using here. Fine, good. Yeah, this is our image, right? Great. So now I go back, right, and this is what an alternate does. I'll show you something else also. Let me load the image. So now logo is loaded. I can give it title also. So now title is also another property which is not listed there, but I'll show you. NIT Srinagar. If I give this title of NIT Srinagar, now if I pass the mouse over, you can see the title is visible here. You can see? No? You can see title, right? So this is the title. It comes on mouse over, right? It will come automatically, right? Let me go back to slides. Alright, I've already shown you the anchor tag and this target, right? I've already shown you. The target can be self, it can be blank, it can be new document, right? Audio and video tags are already shown to you. You can embed audio and video to a website, so that you already know. I don't have to put too much of emphasis. Measuring data and displaying a progress bar, you have already known that, right? That you can display, you can measure, and you can use the progress bar to display anything because it takes just parameters, right? So those parameters can be anything. Let me have a look at timings, right? So I will show you how to measure data now in the real world using this, right? So meter is there and progress is there. So we've already seen both of them. And an HTML page contains the following structure. Yeah, we already know that, right? Div is there, HR, audio, video is there. And this brings the slide to end. Let me go and open second slide. Right? To create an HTML page, work with styles, right? We've already seen edge group, we have seen article, we have seen aside, right? We have seen header, we have seen footer, we have seen figure. Figure can be used to specify, the self-contained content such as image, diagrams, photographs, code. I'll even show you this figure tag tomorrow as well. Nav, we have already seen navigation, right? Loops, control, source, autoplay. We have already seen all four. We've already seen all four properties of audio. Loops, done. Controls, done. Source, done. Autoplay, done. So I don't mind, right? So we've seen everything right here. All right. All right. So the question is, identify the attribute audio tag that specifies the audio will restart playing. We know that's loop. So problem statement is there, so I don't want this. Solution is there. Create a home page, create heading. You already know you created much better home page. Selector tag is not shown. I'll show you selector tag also, right? And tomorrow, so tomorrow is going to be a work cut out for us. We are going to learn new things, and we are going to simultaneously prepare for examinations and interviews for HTML5. So that's what my duty is. So inline styling we have seen, internal style sheet we have seen. Now what is inline style? So I'll show you the difference between internal sheet and inline style. For example, if I go and open style tag here, right, it is going to be an internal styling, right? Now if I want this, let's say about, I want something, let's say about, I want this paragraph right here to have something else. I'll say style color, right, green. Now this is called inline styling, right? What do you call this? Go to the body or open the tag. As soon as you open the tag, right, write style, and after that within quotes start styling it. So you can write anything. Color is equal to green. So I'll show you if the color has turned green or not. Right, you can see clearly the color has turned green, and you can use many different things. I can say like letter spacing 1, right, and 1 pixels, and you can say text transform. Okay, you can say text transform. You can transform to capitalize. I want first digit to be capital. All right, I'll go ahead and see that is doing, right. So you can see first digit or first letter of every word is going to be capital by using capitalize, right? I'm not showing you capitalize. What I intended showing you was that how do you perform inline styling. So this is what inline styling is. So inline styling is not opening the style tag here. So that's what the document is talking about. We have internal style sheet that you basically open style tags and have it. External style sheet, link href is equivalent to, right? So another is link relative, not href. So this is how you import the external style sheet. Link rel is equivalent to, right, inline style. You just seen what an inline style is, right? So we are attached directly with the tag and specify by using style attribute, just like this. They did the same. I did it to P. They are doing it to P. Right. So internal style sheet. I've shown you that we can open internal style sheet within the page. External style sheet. Right. We can import external style sheet by using link. Right. You can see here link relative style sheet. Right. Inline styling, external, browser default. So we've seen everything. Right. So let me go ahead. And how many CSS selectors do we have? I have seen. And we have rather seen that we have ID, which is represented by pound or hash, and we have class. There are two CSS selectors that we can call. We can call either by ID or we can call by class. Class is dot and ID is pound or hash, whatever you may call it. Right, and class selectors, you can see, uses dot, and here it uses this. So CSS properties, we have seen font, text, link, we have seen everything. H group, we have seen article, navigation, every single thing, right? So I want you to practice this 2 or 5 things, and yeah, not only practicing but knowing things is more important. If you let's say about you tomorrow you become a very big designer, if you not know, and if you have no idea of how to say and what to say and when to say, right, and what is happening, right? So you need to know and speak, right, what you have learned and what you are trained for. So that's much important. Right, and do practice this and let me know if I can help you in the comment section, or you can message me. And I wish you all the best. Do pray for me and remember me in your prayers. Wish you all the best. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. Take care.